All right, welcome back to the Built to Grow podcast. I'm your host, Tim Lyons, in the studio with a great episode today, joined by Randy Angston. What's up, buddy?
Hey, guy. As always.
As always, this episode brought to you by gymshirtclub.com. If you're looking for the baddest and dopest shirts from gyms around the United States, go to gymshirtclub.com. I think it's like $29. You get a fresh tee, custom design. This one's Seacoast Kettlebell, our friend Colin's gym over there in New Hampshire, Dover, New Hampshire. Never been there.
I have never been that. I've been to New York now. I did check that one, but nope, never been to Delaware. Never been to Maryland. Never been to. I want to go on one of those trips. I'm a big U.S. history buff, so I definitely want to see Philly, see Boston.
I went to Massachusetts for 4th of July, the Boston Harbor and but it was amazing to me because we live in Arizona. The state was founded in 1910 or something like that.
Yeah,
1904,
I think.
19 something. Yep. It's like 100 and change years old.
Yeah.
You go there's some stuff from like 1600s, 1700s. I'm like, oh, damn, this is not even, we're not the same. Everything's old and just established. And it's like, man, we're the 48th state, right?
We're the last of the continental to ratify.
Yeah. It was Alaska and then Hawaii, right? So wild stuff. Anyways, off topic. Hey, so this episode, guys, we want to talk to you about a little tool that's been floating around the internet. We've actually been using it behind the scenes for quite some time. I guess probably within 2 days after it came out, I was all over this thing, and we signed up, and I was giving you the logins and Zach, and we're like, oh my God, this is wild. It's called ChatGPT. You've probably heard about it by now. It's an AI kind of copy response tool. And it's free today, right?
Now,
it's going to be paid. It's I think, who was it? Bing, Yahoo?
Bing is looking to.
Bing's looking to drop $10 billion on this guy on already to take it.
It's going to be one of the largest, fastest, wealthiest, companies.
Startups, yeah.
At a flip of a switch when they do go to a paid version, just because of everybody that we've seen that's in that kind of game or that's kind of connected and using things like that. Everybody's talking about it.
I would be honest with you, it blew my mind the first time I saw it. It was like my mind was wandering about all these ways we could use it, right? It's not just a fun tool like to play games with it. It's to like, how do we get this thing to do the work for us?
Yeah, exactly.
And I showed my daughter, because she's 10 years old.
Absolutely.
She'll be 11 this weekend. So, about schoolwork. And I go, you're done writing papers.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Absolutely.
And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, come here. What do you want to write? Honeybees. So we typed in a honeybee and it popped out a whole essay. So it's a great tool. It's not perfect. It's damn real close to perfect though. I've used it word for word on some stuff, but let's talk about some ways to leverage this tool instead of fighting it.
Yeah, you have to adapt. That's the thing. You have to be able to embrace the fact that this is now here and it's not going to go away.
Yeah, and I'm okay with it. I look at it as a benefit, right? Yeah. So one of the big things that we know is important in, SEO search rankings is to have fresh content on your website. So blogs are very important. We've been doing blogs for years and years and years. But it is a grind, right? Like you have to have the coaches write it, we write it, whatever it is. Well, with ChatGPT, you can literally say, hey, write me a blog, 1,500 words, SEO friendly, original content that can't be found anywhere else on the internet about X, Y, and Z. And within seconds, it gives you your blog. And
the way that you get it to accomplish that is much like you just said. You just write out the sentence of what you want it to do. So the user friendliness of it, it's contextual, it's conversational. It's not like you have to be some coding expert or, been in the game for years and know Java and No, it's literally ask it a question. Tell it what to do.
Yeah. And I when I'm showing people, we brought this up on our coaching call probably 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks ago. And I said, it works best if you talk to it like a human being.
Yeah.
So, act like this is your admin. And say, hey, admin, will you write me a blog about this, this, and this? Make sure you cover X, Y, and Z. Make it this long. Make it funny. Put it in this tense. Talk about, some of the pros and cons of this. And boom, within seconds, it pops out, So like one of the topics we did on the coaching call was like the benefits of strength training versus cardio for fat loss.
Yeah.
It just did it. I had it to, I know we did this before Christmas because I said, write me a blog or a story about Santa Claus getting into better shape this year and how that benefited him on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And it gave a whole story about Santa Claus hitting the gym, losing weight, was able to get more presents delivered, and all this stuff. It was a great story.
I took it and I did, I think we were on the call too. While we're on the call, I mean, guys, this is instant. Like, literally, like you ask the question, you hit, submit, and then you watch it, type it out in front of you. Like, it's instant. And again, we were just looking for uses and kind of showing what this thing is capable of. And so I said something like, give me a 7-day, 2,500 calorie, keto diet, just out of curiosity. Boom. Here's every meal. Here's the weights. Here's the proportions. Here's, the macro breakdown of every one of them. Like, It was impressive.
It was good, yeah.
And, it reminds me of, because you have to, like you said, you can't resist this type of stuff. And you don't have to fully embrace it and say, oh, this is going to be the backbone of my business. But this is a tool for you to use and leverage. And you should be. Right? And maybe you don't have to be the guy that's copy and pasting every bit of it, but at least allow this to carry some of the work. Of course. Right? It's got the capability. I mean, a lot of this stuff you could almost copy and paste. I mean, I would highly suggest running through and making sure. Yeah. Not all of it is. Sometimes it seems like it's a little AI if you're not, because there's parameters you can mess with and change. Yep. Repetitiveness, redundancy, all of those things. But you want to make sure that it is up to the standard that you want to present to the marketplace, but at least you're getting the bulk of the work done, right? Yeah. It's not coming up with the idea for you necessarily. It's not, you still have to be the human input, but at the end of the day, why are you, spending your time writing the 1,500 word blog when it's your idea anyways? Tell it what to do. It's going to do it for you.
Yeah. Yep. That was a great use, the diet. So the other one we did was, for a lead magnet, I go, write me a 14-day body weight workout for, an at-home kind of deal. And it gave me 14 days of body weight workouts, right? And I could easily package that out, put that into a lead magnet, and then get leads. Like, hey, who wants a free 14-day at-home workout program? Boom. We'll add the diet to it. You can do a male version, a female version, a calorie, 3,000 calories, 2,000 calorie diet. You can do all of that with it. We've had it write ads for us.
Sure.
We've had it write sales copy for us. We've had it write video scripts.
I jumped on and I had it write 30 days of, I was, again, just seeing what's capable, 30 days of motivational text to help hold clients accountable. Right? Now you have no excuse to not do these things, right? We talk about it all the time. Oh, I want to hold my clients more accountable. Oh, I want to be able to provide a new entry to my business with a lead magnet or content. Oh, I wish I had time to write a blog because I know that it matters. There is no more excuse.
No more excuses.
This can do all, hell, I mean, if you're really good at it, you could even have that. I mean, there's automation that attaches with it and things like that. People are literally, their blogs are self-publishing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're literally taking themselves out of that whole game because the AI has created the scripting and the systems and it plugs in and that's different level stuff.
Yeah.
But it's there if you
post
need
a
it.
new blog daily about nutrition, health, and fitness, and it'll just
it's doing it, for the individuals.
And
so
it publishes that for us.
Yeah.
So wild. There's I had it come up with domains for the other business I'm starting or whatever, and it popped out like a dozen domains, and then it went and checked to see if they were available, and like gave me like 3. These 3 are available right now.
I used it to where we've talked about a unique mechanism or being able to use unique nomenclature to separate yourself from the marketplace. Yep. I've thrown that in there. Hey, give me 5 unique names for this type of system that embraces these beliefs or whatever, and boom, 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 boom. It is scary, guys.
It's scary.
It's wild.
You can prompt it to say, hey, write an email to my client base about a new program called the 21-Day Fit Body Project. In that, and you could literally list this out. In that Fit Body Project, we're going to have 3 days a week training, custom meal plan, and we're only accepting 25 people. And it's going to start on January 19th, and we're going to do X, Y, and Z, and it will literally write it out. And you can say, hey, write a 7-email series.
Yeah.
And now you're a copy and paste. You have no more excuses. But you have to know what you want to accomplish for it to give you what you want.
Yeah.
And then you could say, hey, maybe it gives you the first version of it and you're like, oh, okay. You could even say that was okay. Yeah. That was good, ChatGPT, but could you add some more urgency in there? Can you add some more scarcity into it? And then it'll do a new revision.
Yeah. Or let's say you asked it for 10 of something and you don't like the 10 that it came up with enough or whatever. Hey, can I have a few more examples? Boom, boom, boom. Here's 10 more. Awesome. A couple more. Here's 10 more. Like it's so wild at how.
Yeah. It continues on upon itself.
Yeah. And I guess that's the whole thing about AI, right? It's like, it's self-developing and self-learning as it's creating. Dude, I'm excited to see where it can go.
I think the gym owners that jump on it now, listen, you have no excuse. It's free. I think you can get in on it, right? I don't know. It's still open. You go sign up for an account and start messing with it. That's what we did.
Well, and let's compare it to things that have come along in the last, since we've been doing this, right? You've opened your gym, what now, 14 years?
09, so 13.
13 years. Facebook marketing. You know how many people still have their feet firmly planted in the ground, that their business is built on referrals and word of mouth, and they just resist doing any type of social media marketing? Yeah, you can run a business without it, but you can also explode a business if you know how to use it. It's a tool, much like us, right? I'll never forget that episode. Neither will you, I'm sure. But they're available. They're at your fingertips. These are things that when you embrace them, you find ways of leveraging them. It's not going to take you as the gym owner out of the game entirely, right? But it will absolutely help carry a bunch of the weight. Copywriters. I don't think copywriters are going anywhere, but I think it's going to make that job a hell of a lot better, right? Like the copy that they're capable of coming up with. Guys, if you think that copywriters are not already using this, you're fooling yourself. Like, that's done. Kids in school. It reminds me of, like, the teacher in math that's like, no, you have to learn the math because you're never going to have a computer or you're never going to have access to a calculator, 24/7. Well, yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
You know what I mean?
All
like, the time. And it's like, it's one of those things. You can either embrace it, and I'm not saying don't go learn math, right? But kids today aren't going to have to be, word wizards and spend, days writing their thesis and things like that. They're already utilizing the software and leveraging what's available. You know what I heard? To do better.
I don't know if this is true, and I think it probably obviously is true. That there was a teacher at some college that was like upset that the ChatGPT people, and there was another teacher who's like having ChatGPT grade the actual essays that are being turned in, and then giving remarks on it. So
Leverage.
It's like,
yeah,
done.
And that's the position. You're going to see both of those camps. You're going to see those that just resist. I mean, we see it all over regarding ChatGPT right now. The digital marketing world, especially copywriters.
Oh, they're fighting it.
Yeah, some of them are just. I was just laughing. There's another version of it, and I saw an ad on my Facebook, and the top couple comments were people in copywriting that were talking about like the craft, the art of it, the beauty that comes with painting words together. And while, again, if somebody writes movie scripts, like people sit down and yes, there's thought that goes into that. Yes, do I think that words matter? I'm a massive fan of them. But to deny the fact that this can do and is doing the majority of that already,
right?
You have to embrace it. You can't fight stuff like this when it's only going to get more in your face, better, more accessible, easier to use from this point forward. Absolutely. I mean, hell, the system will probably teach itself how to get there.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't have any issue with it. I mean, it's wild, it's mind blowing, but
I can understand a little bit scary as far as like the idea of what AI is capable of.
Definitely a little scary, maybe hesitant there, but I think for gym owners to leverage this for blogs, email
content, yeah,
Facebook posts, Facebook ads, sales copy, meal plans if you want to, workout programs, lead magnets. You can do a blueprint for XYZ and do a lead magnet. You should have no problems now. There's no. It's only limited by the creativity of the person that's inputting.
Exactly.
And so we've had it write. You can have it write a song for you. You can say, hey, write a song about me and Randy about Built to Grow.
Oh yeah, we're gonna play that one next week.
And then put some beats to it, right? Like it's insane what it can do now. be wary. There's already courses that are coming out
Yep.
from people teaching you how to use ChatGPT. I don't think you need a course. You just go and play with it and it works, right? There's hey, who wants my 25 prompts to okay.
Yeah, I guess it depends on your usage, right? Like if you're trying to have it write code and script and do some of that type of stuff, maybe. But not for you guys listening. I mean, this audience, leverage it for the content side of it. Leverage it for the copy. Leverage it for the emails, blogs, that type of thing.
Yep.
That is your greatest opportunity right now.
Big time. Yep. We want to throw that out there because, I mean, we've been talking to our clients about it for a while. If you hadn't heard about it, I'm sure you have. But you haven't heard about it, just Google ChatGPT and GPT, right? And go mess with it and go play with it and see kind of what it can do. I mean, and then use it.
I was just gonna say that's your homework. Like challenge yourself between today, what's Tuesday, I guess I don't know what day you're hearing it, Tuesday or Thursday, but give yourself 1 week. I want you to do this. I mean, this is a way to win. Create a couple blogs, couple social media posts, and a new lead magnet for your business and get it out there in the marketplace. See what this can do for your business because we talk about it all the time and you hear the term, content is king. And as gym owners, you guys have so much on your plate. We understand that. We know it. We're living it. But at the end of the day, we know how important it is to have these things out client facing in the marketplace. If you don't have the time to sit down and write the blogs and you don't have to anymore. You don't have to worry about the email content all the time. You can leverage this to do, again, the bulk of the work, but you put it to work for you. You know what I mean? Like, cool. Now you know the information, but if you don't use it, you don't do something with it, give yourself that hard start or hard stop, right? 1 week. If you can leverage this for the next week, we'd love to hear your feedback.
Love it.
Love to.
You know what else we could use a favor with is a review.
Boom.
You guys have been listening to our show. I've spoken to many of you on the phone calls about, I went and binged all of them, all 400 episodes, which is awesome. We appreciate that. We appreciate your support. Would love just a review. I think getting more reviews is it's just going to help get the word out more. It's going to help more people see it. Apple, iTunes is pretty,
ideally,
Apple Podcasts is
it helps us. I mean, it helps us. Our mission is to help gym owners win, and in order for us to do that, they need to know that it's here. So share it, share the podcast, write us a review. We appreciate that greatly.
Yep, you don't get if you don't ask. So we're gonna ask you. You can do us a favor and throw a review out there for us. Appreciate it. That's it for this episode. Hopefully that helps you. Go get ChatGPT, and you got the homework assignment from Randy. And go leverage it to win. And I know you will. So that's it for this show. Until next time, keep changing lives. We'll see you on the next one. Bye. All right. And thank you for listening to that episode of the Built to Grow podcast, where we help gym owners win. Now, do you want to connect with me and other gym owners online? All you need to do is join our private Facebook group, Business Talk with Fitness Professionals. Just head on over to Facebook and type in Business Talk with Fitness Professionals. And when you do, we're going to give you our 10 marketing strategies 7-figure gym owners use to win. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Until then, keep building something great.